In this video, I'll show you how to edit the settings of your player and also send remote commands to it through My Signage Portal. So start by going to Player, followed by Player. And as you can see, I have one screen already associated with this account. So if I just go to this icon here and select Edit, I get a lot more settings that I could change about the screen. So at first it might seem a bit overwhelming, but if we just start here in this area, so we have name. So we can essentially just rename the device to be something more appropriate so we can understand where we're publishing it to. And then below this, we have organization. So if we have any organizations that we've created for this account, we can actually change the screen to go into that organization instead. And then we also have the location. So this location will dynamically change the weather, time, and date for your device. And if we go down to the bottom here, we can actually select the on and off timer here. And in this case, we have an on and off timer set for 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So to get this to be enabled, we just simply have to enable it here and then select activate here. And then of course change this to be how we want it to be. So I'm just going to turn this off for now. And if we want this to be on a daily, a different weekly timer, sorry, we can go here and we can actually select a different day for this screen to come on. So on the weekend, for example, maybe we want the screens to just not power on at all. So we can actually do that from here and then obviously have them come on at 9 till 5 in the day for an example, or whenever your business opens. So after I'm happy with this, I'm just going to select close here. And now we're going to go over to this one. So in a previous video, we've talked about this, which is packing a program onto a USB. So you could use it onto publish it onto your screen without having to actually be connected to the Wi-Fi. And then here we have remote commands. So if we click this, we actually have a few commands that we can send to our screen instead of having to be in front of it using the remote control. So we can have it play, stop, reboot, sleep, wake up. We can also change the volume and we can format it. And lastly, we can actually send a screenshot to the device, which then we can see exactly what's being played on the screen at the time. So this is quite useful just seeing what the screen looks like from quite far away. And then if we click here, we can actually see a few more options. So the main one we want to look at here is schedule. So we can see up here, we can actually see the playlist that's currently published to the screen. And this area is the non-touch playlist. So you can see here I've published this playlist previously. So if I click on this here, I actually get a bit more information of what was on there. You can see from the publish screen that I've showed in a previous video, this is exactly how it would look when you publish the screen. So I'm just going to close this. And then if we go to the touch area, we'll have any touch playlists here instead. And then any schedule playlist will appear in this area instead of the default playlist area here. So I'm just going to close this here. And then the last thing we can do is if we have multiple screens, we might want a way to search them a bit better. So to do that, we just simply use the parameters up here to just sort of search for which screen we want by how we want to do that. So we have names, we also have organization, screen, and if there's expired and stuff like that, we also have statuses. So we could actually search for all the offline screens, for example, and then we can see which ones are not currently online, and we can do some troubleshooting from there to figure out why they're not if they're supposed to be. And yeah, this area is pretty useful for just sort of sorting out your screen and seeing what's going on with it.